Hi Mike, you should be hopefully the only one that can hear me at the moment. Um, if you could just drop me a message to let me know you can hear my voice okay, you can hear the background music but it's not too loud, and any other issues. Uh, any other issues that you think the stream might have, that would be awesome. I'm going to flick back now to my standby picture. So, evening all, and yeah, welcome to the Perrott Trophy 2024. This is my first time taking part in this trophy. It's an inter-service competition between the Navy, the Army, the Air Force, and the MOD. The MOD mainly consisting of MOD civil servants who support the free services. So, evening all, and it's an online competition over 3 nights. We each get paired up against a player. Tonight I'm playing somebody in the army, an army lad called FAPA, and it's played over 3 nights. And unusually for chess, it's actually a team competition. So how I perform tonight goes towards the sort of the team total score, which goes towards the trophy. So it's a bit different. If you have a bad game or something, it's not just you that's affected. It's the rest of the team. Let's have a look at my opponents online. Okay, he's not online yet. The team sheet came out last night, so I had a chance to have a look for my opponent online, and yeah, he seems the draws are made based on rating, and he's pretty much the same rating as me, very similar. He plays a lot more rapid games than I do, or blitz games, which are like 3-minute games. But he's definitely a decent player. He's got his preferred openings, which I'm guessing he's done exactly what I did to him. Is I've went through and had a look at some games, I've had a look at his openings and stuff, and I've come up with my own ideas of how to play against his openings, and we'll see how that goes. And I'm sure he did the exact same to me. We both played in the Armed Forces Chess Championship early on in the year, but we didn't face each other, and we were only separated by half a point in that tournament. So yes, on paper this is going to be a close game. We'll see. We'll see if it's a close game. So the games are due to start at 19:30 or 7:30, which is only about 4 minutes away. I've already turned off pretty much everything except my music in the background. So I've got no YouTube open, I've got no nothing, I've got no chat. I have no idea if I'm sitting here talking to myself, or if there's 20-30 of you in the chat having a good discussion. I have just realised I haven't silenced my phone, so I am going to do that. I'll also put my phone out the way, just so there's no doubt that I'm not looking at anything. My phone's out the way, and it'll be out the way to the end of the game. Again, I could be listening to anything through my headphones, but I'm not. I'm listening to the same music you are listening to. Obviously, it's through headphones, so it doesn't interfere with the microphone, and hopefully you can hear me properly. So that's pretty much it. I haven't really got time now to go into the chat and to see if you got any questions, but yeah. It's a unique tournament because it's a team tournament. Me as an individual plays someone else in a game of chess, but our scores go towards the team scores. So if I lose, I'm not just letting myself down, I'm letting the team down. So that's like an extra incentive that you normally don't really get as a chess player. Normally it's your performance against your opponents, but yeah, this goes towards the whole sort of team scores and the team performance. So So hopefully it'll go okay. What should happen? As I say, you can see there that Fappa's not online yet. What should happen is at 19:30 half 7, Fappa should send me a game invitation. It's a 45-minute plus 15-second interval pin move, which is classed as classical time control. I've had a look at Fappa's games, his previous games. Again, he's a blitz player. He likes to play really fast. He likes short games, quick short games, and then move on to the next game. This is a bit slower. I don't know if that's an advantage to me or if it's an advantage to him because he gets time to sit and think about his moves a lot more. We can only wait and see. But yeah, on paper, this game could literally go any way whatsoever. We are not separated by much at all. Whether it was over the board in the Armed Forces Championship or whether it's online, we are extremely similar players at a similar rating. It's half 7 now. He's not come online. I don't know how long I wait until literally that was a message to say games have commenced, and my opponent's not online, so I don't really know what happens now. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happens. He should be online. He should have sent me a game request. Even if I got it wrong, I'd still see a game request. So you can't see it on your screen, but I'd see something flash up to say I had a game request, and that has not actually happened. So yeah, this is interesting and unexpected.
No, I haven't. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere.
Yeah, didn't really expect this to happen. Didn't expect this to happen. As I say, he's online a lot and he plays a lot of games. So he's only played the one game today. No, he's played 2 games today. Won 1, lost 1. But yesterday he played 17 games. The day before he played 12 games. The day before that he played 54 games, which is just immense. I can see down here he's actually played 60 games. So yeah, so he likes to play a lot. As I say, he plays a much shorter time control than me. I like to sit and think about it a bit more. But he's not online, so this was a bit unexpected. This was very unexpected. Now, again, this is an online tournament, so there's the potential that we can, reschedule this game and stuff like that. But if this was an over-the-board tournament and your player turns up late to the game, you get the clock gets started in your game, and your opponent's got so long to sort of turn up. If he doesn't turn up in that time, then he forfeits the game, or she or they. I don't really know how it works in this format. Whether he can submit a request into sort of the tournament arbiter, which would sort of be the chairman of the Armed Forces Chess Association. If he could submit that and then explain why he wasn't able to turn up for the game, then we'd have to reschedule at a time that suits myself as well. I may not have the time. I've made this time to play this game tonight, so I have no idea, especially considering it looks like he's played today, he's played yesterday, he's played every single day. and not just 1 or 2 games, but a lot of games. So no idea why he's not turned up. Yeah, he's not here. Let me I'm just refreshing the screen just to make sure there's no yeah, I can see other people online. I can see other people in the same tournament as me. I can watch their games. You can't see that. I'm just looking over. You can't see that on your screen. But yeah, I can see other games, and yeah, Fapper's not turned up. This is an unexpected twist, shall I say. Didn't expect this. Thought we'd all be sitting here online and we'd all be ready to go. Maybe in the meantime I can play a puzzle. These puzzles are normally difficult. What have we got? What have we got? Find the best move for white. He's just taken something, so he's just taken a pawn. He could have taken my rook, but decided not to. So he's obviously got some bigger plans. I can't take that pawn back because of the pin. I do. You can't see it on your screen, but I am able to see if a challenge appears in the top of my screen. So should he turn up late, I'll literally come straight out of this puzzle and go straight into the game. But as of yet, there is no sign of him. There's definitely only one 1930 in the day. Yeah, so this is a tricky one. I obviously can't take that pawn back because I'm pinned. My pawn is pinned to the king. It'd be check. I can take the rook. Queen takes the rook. I can push my queen 1 square to get the king in check, but I'm not overly sure what that actually achieves. I can bring my rook across to get the king in check. I'll probably then get taken by the rook. There's thing with puzzles, there's always a killer move, like the move that's going to win you the game, and it really is difficult to find some of them sometimes, especially in this one because I've got so many sort of moves available to me. Let's say I can even push the pawn. I can do all sorts. But yeah, I'm also not concentrating much on this puzzle because I'm wondering where my opponent is. Let's have another look and see if he's online. No, he's still not online. So this is a bit of an anticlimax, isn't it? Anticlimax for anybody who's watching. But as I say, I've switched all the analytics off and stuff, so I don't even know I was watching, just to make sure that no one thought I was cheating. So yeah, this is strange. would I have got a message to say, to say earlier, to say something's cropped up? He is in the army and things crop up. So, can we reschedule the game? I probably should have got that message, but I haven't. I haven't had that message. I really don't know what's going on. I really do not know what is going on. Right. So we do have a Discord page open. I'm just going to move that off there. We do have a Discord page open. We have some live games and some live stuff going on there. I don't necessarily want to jump in to commentary on a game. Yeah, I don't necessarily want to jump into commentary on a game. However, just going to type a message into the chat of our Discord group and see if anyone comes back to me. Yeah, I just dropped a message into the chat to see if anybody else has come across this. So there's so what is it? There's about 13 games between the Armed Forces Chess Championship and I'm getting distracted there. There's about 13 games between the Army and the MOD tonight. 12 or 13 games. And I think there's more games between the RAF and the Navy tonight. There might even be up to like nearly 20 games on that. So there's a fair few games in this tournament, all going on at the same time on the live chess platform. Yeah, I mean, right now I'd like to. If my opponent's not going to tear up, I'm not going to play. I'd like to go and watch one of those other games, but I think I should just sort of stick around for a bit longer. And just see if he's going to turn up late. Maybe his 1930 is a bit different to the rest of us. But I just don't get it. He spends so long on, he's playing like on average about 20 games, if not more, a day. He's played 842 games since the 24th of May. So in less than a month, he's played 842 games. So I don't know. You can work that out, how many games on average you must play a day to get to that number. It's it's quite impressive. But also, when I go onto his profile, can you see that? I think you can see that. It says he was active 41 minutes ago, which was after 7 o'clock. So I don't know what's going on. He was active 41 minutes ago, so he was online. He was on this. He logged into live chess 41 minutes ago. So yeah, so basically, yeah, roughly 7 o'clock. Just after 7 o'clock, he logged in, and then and then I have no idea what's going on. Has he dropped his phone down the toilet or something? I really don't know. He logged on after 7 o'clock. The game was due to start at 7:30. You know, I'd have expected him to possibly stay online, do some puzzles, you know, look at my games, see what I play. That's what I'd have expected him to do, but he's then logged off and he hasn't come back on again. Yeah. Yeah, it's it's a bit weird. Thing is, if it comes to the point where, so let's just say, for instance, I get a choice, and because of the type of tournament it is, I might get a choice of reschedule the game and play it again, or, you know, Fapper's late and he forfeits the game and I win. Do I want to take the point on like on a default, on a, you know, on a he was disqualified? I mean, if it's taken out of my hands and the arbiter of the tournament turns around and says he didn't turn up, you get the point, then it's taken out of my hands. But if I'm given the option to play him at another time, I don't know. That's a tough one, because, you know, every single person in this tournament has made the effort tonight. They've cleared their calendars. They've done whatever they needed to do to turn up and play in this game tonight. And my opponent hasn't. But, you know, 44 minutes ago he was online. I mean, 44 minutes ago, could he have dropped me a message? Could he have dropped me a message? Because he's got my username as well, so he can find me as well. The way I can find him, he can find me. I mean, you kind of need that information so he can actually send me the game request. So you can drop each other messages. You can send each other notifications. And, you know, he hasn't done that. He hasn't said any chance we can have our game, because if both players agree, and this was in the instructions before the tournament started, if the date and the time of the game isn't great for both players, and both players agree, they can actually reschedule the game. I mean, it really should be played before the next round, but they can reschedule the game. Yeah, I've had nothing. I've had no message to say, can we start it half an hour later? Can we do it tomorrow night? I've had nothing. I've just it hasn't turned up. I think you get about 30 minutes over the board if you don't turn up to your game. Yeah. Yeah, I really don't know. I mean, to be honest, everybody else is in a game, so there's no one to even sort of go and ask because they're all in their game. This is, do you know what? Even I'm not overly fussed on the result of the game. It's just so disappointing that you kind of go to this effort and not even to get a message to say, is there any chance we can, start the game a bit early? That's kind of the disappointing bit. That's kind of the disappointing bit. Yeah. It is what it is. It is what it is. I wish I had another screen full of other games that I could sit and watch, but I haven't. I've literally closed everything except the minimum stuff down just in case, because obviously online cheating is, it's not really acceptable, but unfortunately it's really easy. Online cheating is absolutely easy. There'd be nothing stopping you in a game. So whilst you're playing the game online, it is to have another device and you're playing those exact same moves against a computer, and then you just play all the computer moves. It's really quite easy. I mean, the websites themselves, Live Chess and the other big website, chess.com, they've literally got systems in place where they can monitor the game and they can tell if you're making too many moves at a high standard. So for instance, me at my rating, if I was to suddenly start playing 5 or 6 moves on the trot that the top computer engine would play, I'm absolutely getting banned from the website instantly, because there's no way in a million years in real life would I be able to play moves at that level, for 5 or 6 moves on the trot. Absolutely, now and again, I will play the best move that the computer can think of. That'll happen, but I won't be able to consistently play those moves. Otherwise, I'd be a rated player. I'd be like a grandmaster or a master or something, international master. I'd be amazing if I could play those moves consistently, and that's what the computer does. It looks for it, and depending on your rating, you're going to get you're going to get a few moves. You might even get 2 or 3 moves back to back that are the best moves the computer can think of, but you're not consistently going to get them. So cheating's really bad. So that's why I've switched everything else off. So I've got no way really communicating with someone to say my opponent hasn't turned up. What do I do? I will probably I'll give him the obligatory half an hour. And then I might go and watch some other games, because I can't just sit here all night hoping he turns up at like 8-9 o'clock tonight. Right now, right this second, the way I feel, I want to take the point. There's a million reasons why you can't turn up to the game. There's a million reasons. But the fact that he was online 50 minutes ago, according to this, so what's that, 7:03, he was online. If he knew he couldn't turn up to the game, drop me a message. Just drop me a message and say, can I be a bit late? Just drop me a message, but that really hasn't happened. Everyone else seems to be in their games. I can Yeah, it all seems to have worked for other people. The Discord, there's no chat going on because again we can't chat during the games, but I can see the other people are all sort of have been online and they've sort of cancelled themselves. You can't communicate with them because they're in their games. This is yeah, not fun to be honest. Yeah, not really that fun. I just don't understand it. Yeah. Drop me a message. Drop me a message. I mean, I haven't actually done a live chess stream in quite a while, to be honest. And I thought this would be brilliant to do a live chess stream. And then I thought, well, actually, no, it's not, because my opponent can watch the live chess stream and see what I'm thinking about. So I didn't have any real plans of going too in depth on what I was thinking about. I was going to cover what I think my opponent was planning and things like that. I was going to talk about the game, but I was going to try and keep sort of my plans hidden just in case. Just in case he was watching the stream, but don't know what is happening. I say it's unlikely until the games start finishing, probably maybe 8:30, 9 o'clock. Some of the quicker games might finish a bit earlier, about 8 o'clock, but until then, I don't really know what's going on. Don't really know what's going on. But I'm probably one of the few players in this tournament, because I decided to live stream it, that if he turns around and goes, well, I sent a game request and he didn't accept it, I can literally go, I've got the video evidence to say you didn't. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Shall I try and skip this advert? So the music is brought to you today by royalty-free music on YouTube. Occasionally, if you are, if you put something on that YouTube think has some sort of copyright and stuff, it will, it'll send you like a few warnings and stuff, and if you don't remove it, there's potentially getting banned off the site. So yeah, I just like to have something to listen to in the background, and yeah, there's like 1 million hours of royalty-free music on YouTube. Honestly, you just type in royalty-free music and you go through anything you want, classical, rock, pop, there's so much, it's untrue. I'm just going to drop another message in and see if anyone picks that one up. But yeah, I say there's no one picking up any messages because everyone's involved in the games, everyone's playing. what was that, 2 minutes? 2 minutes. 2 minutes, and it's been half an hour, and then yeah, it's kind of the accepted amount of time to give your opponent if it was like an over the board sort of competition. How weird is that? He lost his last game. Should we have a look at his last game? Should we have a look at his last game together? So Fapper, what should have been my opponent, is playing black. And yeah, what's he gone? He's gone b6. So he wants to get his bishop out early. He wants to attack the centre with his bishop. The traditional way of playing is to attack the centre with the pawns. Get your minor pieces out. Get your bishops out. It's kind of the traditional way of playing. Control this centre. Try and control this centre, because everything has to either come through the centre, but then if you want to go round the centre, it just makes the game more difficult. So everyone wants to try and control the centre. B6, it's kind of a different way of doing that almost. I don't know, well, I can see on the screen what the next move is, but effectively you're already attacking this pawn with a bishop. If you know, if white was to do something, you know, like bishop out here, then straight away black can win a pawn. Then there's one less pawn for white in the centre of the board, and then potentially later on black can develop his central pawns. So I think that's the idea of playing this so early. It's not common. It's absolutely not common, but it is, you know, it is recognised. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not really played that much. It's certainly not played that much at the top level. Okay, white could have taken control of the centre here, but then would have lost the pawn here. So that's why white's just played d3, and then that kind of stops black from taking the piece. What's black done now? Okay, interesting move. I really don't get it. It almost allows an attack from white along this diagonal on the king. So that's what it allows. It doesn't really allow the queen out. The queen can only go there. The bishop now has, so the knight has 2 squares it can go to. It can go here, or it can go here. If you go here, you're stopping white from pushing this pawn because you cover that square. Other than that, I don't know, maybe it's worth going, you know, I'd probably pick here because you're still covering that square, but now you're also covering that square, that square, that square. Yeah, it's an interesting move. I'm not sure if it's a good move. Oh, okay, this is not really in the right order or something. This is very similar to a London setup right now, but you'd have a pawn on d4, and you'd have your king's pawn on on E3, so it's not quite a London, but it looks very much like a London with the knight, the bishop and the knight out over here. Looks a bit like a London. I'm sure it's got another name. And yeah, the knight's coming here, covers these squares, covers that square, but it's just, I don't know, it just looks uncomfortable. I don't know what happened then. I've obviously pressed the wrong button. Wait a minute, I'm not even on the right game. What just happened then? I don't know what happened then. Shall I have another look? See if he's online. Call it a day if he's not. Oh, he's online. Okay. So Fapper's now online, but he's still not sent me a game request. Challenge is 0. You can't see that on your screen because I've got it cropped just so you can see the board. I'm literally gonna have to try and send him a message. Shall I send him the challenge? This is just so insane. This is so insane. Right. Okay, now I'm... Why can't I... Oh, why can't I do this? There we go. Challenge to a game. Right, so... So, it is supposed to be 45 minutes... plus a 15-second increment, plus a 15-second increment, and I am black. It's going to be a rated game, and I'm supposed to be black. I just want to make sure I've done this right. As I say, it's white. White is the person who's supposed to send the game request. So... let me, and it now looks like he's gone offline. What is going on? He's literally just been online and now he's gone again? I have no idea what's going on. Right. Okay. So he came online and he went offline. What? Active 3 minutes ago. I mean, come on. If he doesn't know how to send the challenge or the game request or whatever, well, that's fine. But he was on at 7 o'clock. He could have sent me a message. He could have... This is really annoying. Does he even know he's in this tournament? Oh, right. Yeah. So yeah, there's no.
Oh, it's touch move, isn't it?
Oh.
I mean, a mouse slip is the. I think the answer to that is no.
Okay. Yeah. That's
a no. I mean that.
I think you can you can ask for it, but I mean I wouldn't.
I've clicked on somebody else's. I've clicked on someone else's sort of link there.
Yeah.
and for some reason I can't get rid of it. I don't even know what it is.
Apparently there's someone in the reception area that wants to get in.
Where is it? Where's it gone?
I'll have to let someone else deal with it. Where are we then? Right,
I'm guessing you can hear that as well. So this is the Discord chat.
Luke Kleeman that we were back with before.
This is the Discord chat, but for some reason I can't.
Very interesting game.
I can't get rid of.
Try to break things up a bit, yeah.
I want to leave, yeah. Disconnect. There we go. Right. So yeah, it seemed I had the Discord chat open, which whilst you're playing the game, you're not allowed to be in the Discord chat. Anyone that wants to participate in the Discord chat and they'll flick through the games and stuff, they can do that. But if you're playing, you can't be in the Discord chat. This is insane. He was online 5 minutes ago. I sent him the game request. What is going on? Okay, I tell you what. I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to call it a night here. I'm going to go into the Discord. I'm going to watch the other games. I'm going to see what happens. But yeah, at 7:30, my opponent wasn't online. He didn't send me the challenge like he was supposed to. It was white. It's up to white to challenge black. And he didn't do that. He then did turn up, some 50 minutes later or so. Oh no, he turned up, at least over 30 minutes later. I sent the game request as black, and then he dropped offline again. This is really weird. If this is a point lost for the army, then I really hope something bad hasn't happened. I'd hate to think that had happened, but if it's because he kind of didn't plan and he didn't know how to send the game requests or anything like that, then that honestly, we've known about this tournament for weeks. We've had the parents out since yesterday, literally over 24 hours. There's no real excuse. He could have sent me a message. I'd have picked it up because I've been looking at his games the last 24 hours since I found out who my opponent was. He could have got in touch with his team captain, and said, I play online chess, but I just click this button every now and again and I have a game. I don't know how to challenge people or anything like that. That's fine. That's absolutely understandable. But you ask to just kind of not turn up and then come online and then go offline with not a single message it's not great. So okay, I'll bid you all fair a good night. I tell you what I will do. If this game does get rescheduled, I probably won't look at streaming it. But my next game, because there's 3 games in this tournament, I've got to play against the Army, which should have been tonight, and then the RAF, and then the Navy. I think that's the order. I will look at streaming maybe those games, but we will see what happens. This being the first game, I had sort of the opportunity to really prep for this one, and I thought I'll do a stream and it'll be fun. It didn't turn out fun. It turned out absolutely boring, and I'm probably left with no views right now. But yeah, such is life. So I'm sorry to everyone who did come to have a look and watch a game of chess. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And we'll see if I look at sort of streaming the next game or the game after that. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone. If you did, I hope you did at least sort of like and subscribe, because that's